Yeah, let's have a quick look on workflow notification mailer. Yeah, I mean, basically, this workflow notification mailer is mainly meant for email system. Okay, so not every company is using basically this workflow. The companies, different companies are having a different mail communication part. Some people will be using in a different way, and some people will be using this again. To set up this, again, you need to give the mail server information, the related information at the time of configuration. Okay, so this is also another concurrent program. Basically, if you see in the back end. Yeah, since we have not configured at all. Yeah, see, workflow mailer service, workflow agent listener, workflow document. Okay, these two, if you configure your environment as with the workflow notification mailer, these three concurrent managers will be up and running. Okay, so this is another thing. I mean, another precaution you need to take care when you bring up the services or bring down the services. Okay, so sometimes your concurrent manager may not pick up this or something. It's a bit crucial, I mean, a critical one. If you really going ahead with the Oracle e-business suite workflow notification mailer, this will be the critical one. Why? Because the entire flow, see, let's say, like, you have configured the leave system. Okay, so the employee will be submitting a leave. Okay, a notification should go to the team lead. So once the team lead approves, okay, that written notification should come to the employee, and another notification should go to the manager. Okay, so once manager is approved, so automatically that should update in the system. Okay, that leave system, some system will be there, right? That need to be updated, and final confirmation should come to the a team lead and the employee. So this and all, everything inside, when you submit, immediately a mail generating, okay, to the next level. When the next level says approved, another mail is generating to the next level, something like this. The mail chain is going in between. Okay, this, I mean, the setting up this part is the workflow basically. Okay, means, okay, so once you submit, to whom we should get the mail. Okay, so once he submit, till next level it should go. Okay, so from once they submitted, where and all the email should go, and what and all it need to be done. Okay, this and all called workflow basically. Okay, so that's the technical people and functional people, they work together and they will decide the flow basically. Okay, so whose email need to be keep. Okay, so it's a distributed list or single email. So everything they will be decide business on the business basically. Okay, so once they are done, once they submit, some email need to be generated and send it across. Depends on the list you have provided, isn't it? That email part will be taken care by workflow notification mailer in e-business suite. If you go with, if you wanted to make use of the in maximize the screen, please. Um, how should I? This is the maximize actually. This is I'm accessing from VMware, isn't it? This is the maximized one, man. Yeah, okay. So yeah, this is what I mean. The email stuff, and I mean the email related information and all, you would be configuring it in the workflow a workflow or notification mailer from the OAM. Okay, so from OAM, there is no other way. Okay, you have to configure through OAM only. There is no other way. right? So if you see here, this is the dashboard basically. Okay, workflow notification mailer dashboard it is. Okay, so if you see background engine, there are some purge. These are the different things under. Okay, this is the refresh and configuration, service components. So edit. So you need to choose workflow background, workflow agent. Okay, workflow notification mailer, and click on edit. So here the mail server email SMTP. Okay, so the Oracle, I mean, outbound email account. So your mail server information, that user information, that password, this and all, and the inbound IMAP. Okay, so inbound email information, this and all, the email provider will be providing to us basically. Okay, so once we will be getting that, I mean, whoever provide, I mean, whoever providing the email to your company, will take inputs from them, and we will configure those information, that email server, email username and password, and again email server, username and password. Okay, so this and all you would be setting up here. The main one is notification mailer basically. Okay, so you will be setting up here, and this one apply. Okay, so you have one more configuration if you want to see the advanced. Again the same thing. Okay, if you see next. Okay, again notification IMP, inbound, outbound information. Okay, so process, discard. There will be some folders basically. Okay, they will create a folder with the process and discard. If anything goes wrong, verification, the password need to be entered. Okay, so basically this information and all we would be getting from the email providers, and I mean, we will be taking that email provider and we will be filling that information and configure. See, basically workflow notification mailer you would be configuring through OAM. That's what you need to see, and the navigation will be this one. Okay, so application system and workflow. So select the notification mailer. Okay, and click on the edit button. Provide the information. Okay, so next you say, let's say, take this, the select it. Here you would have a start something. So when you say start, anyway it will not start, but error has occurred. The specific configuration is not configured. So if you wanted to bounce the workflow notification mail, two things actually. One thing, you can come down here and you can say activate, okay, deactivate, something like that. Like this you can do. Or if you want to do from the front end, select the notification mail, start, stop, suspend. So this information, I mean, you can pick one and you can click on go button. It will take you. So you got it right. Okay, so again, I mean, there are so many actually. We definitely need to work with the technical people, and they would be advising us, which one need to be configured, and filtering must be there. All option in the screen must be up, or there are exceptions. Yes, yes, not all the options actually. The main one is workflow notification mailer, and then is the listener one. These two are mandatory things. Okay, the other things that's depends actually. We will be discussing with the technical people, and which component need to be updated. That one, and the only thing is we will make sure that, I mean, the component is up and running. If anything goes wrong, we will troubleshoot it. Okay, this is also a manager, right? So if okay, this is activating. Okay, so if that it's not working, then you will come to the manager log and you would be identifying what exactly the issue. There are so many issues we have not configured because. Okay, so we'll be finding what exactly the issue and accordingly we will be working out. Okay, depends on the error. Okay, if it is related to the component, we will be requesting the Oracle people. If it is related to the configuration, we would be looking into the dashboard. If it is related to the technical related stuff, we would be contacting technical people and we'll get the information from them. Something like that it will be. So basically, here you are the coordinator. That's all. Since you got a OEM, since you got OEM, what do you call access, they will request you to configure that stuff. Okay, so this is one thing. 1 minute. Next, as I said, it's a printer. So, couple of things are there in under application which we would be looking into. Okay, the functions if they wanted to create us they requested us to create any function, you would be creating from here. Okay, again the inputs will be coming from their end only, means functional people and what need to be keep in the properties, what need to be keep in the form, what need to be keep in the web html, web host region, this part and all would be getting from them. Okay, so if they ask us to register any function, you would be coming to the application and function. Okay, so next menus. Menus I have already showed you. Okay, so menu name, menu username, and you would be seeing the view tree, that part and all you would be doing here. So flex field, another one is there are two types of flex fields basically. One is a key flex field, and another one is a descriptive flex field. Okay, so key is nothing but it's it's a the flex fields. The main motto is it's the easiest way to customize the application. Okay, so key flex field will be like the option button. Descriptive flex field like a check button. Okay, so straight away, it's mainly again it's for technical people when they were customizing the form or they're customizing any of the report and all, they would be creating these flex fields and they would be utilizing them. Okay, so yeah, key flex field, descriptive flex field. Okay, next, yeah, these are the regular stuff we do. Okay, so next, when it comes to the printer part. So printer register. Okay. So from the customer side, we would be getting the information about the printer and all. So you'd be writing the whatever inputs you would be getting here. You'd be providing printer type. Okay. There are a number of types will be there. Okay. So the printer type need to be mentioned under the description. Okay, so if you want to add a new printer type, you would be adding here. Okay, which is not there in that list. You can add here, and you can again these inputs you would be getting from the customer side. Okay, so whatever printer they have assigned. Okay, so that common printer they would be utilizing, and it will be like that. So next. So these are basically not a great things, but inputs. I mean, navigation need to be understand. The printer type you can assign here also. Printer style, the drivers, the what are the drivers they have used to do. I mean, operating system side there should be the system administrator, right? So they would be providing all this information, and you will work with together. You work and style of the printer styles and the printer driver information so the complete information you would be getting from the functional people. Sorry, what if any printer is not working fine and what actions from our side? No, would be, it's a once in a while activity. Okay, so whatever printer they'll buy a printer. Okay, they will set up a printer in their environment. They would be giving the name of the printer, style of the printer, that the inputs and all they would be giving. They will provide it to you. You will be registering here. Okay, if anything goes wrong, they have to work from their end. Okay, by any chance, if they change the style, if they change the type, if they change the driver, if anything go, I mean, if any changes happen from their end, they would be contacting you once again. Please replace the style from this to this. Okay, please replace the driver from this to this, something like that. So that is what we would be doing. Okay, so whatever inputs you would be getting from the customer, okay, from the customer side system administrator, you would be placing them. That's it. Next, node. If you wanted to add a node to your application, yeah, I mean, this is our node, the current node. If you want to convert a single node to multi, I mean, a single node to multi node, that node information you would be adding here. Node name, platform, this and that. Okay. Next, languages. When you are adding a language, this is language, that is, yeah, the matter of navigation, man, this and all. Okay, so all these inputs you would be getting from the technical people. And most of this information you would be getting from the technical people, and they would be testing. They would be doing, I don't have any MD120 actually. They would be creating, I mean, they would be performing the activity on the dev environments and all, and they will take the print screens and all, and they will give it to us. So I don't know whether I'm having any MD120 which I have implemented. Let me see any backup I have. I don't think I'll keep here. This is one of the MD120. Okay. So you can see a sample MD120. Okay, it's basically BBU. The first in HP, my first project it is actually. Okay, so you see the content, pre-installation steps and installation steps, verification checklist, and the regression. So there's every MD120, the regression procedure also should be mentioned. Like if anything goes wrong, how to come back. That information. Okay, so what are the files we are going to introduce along with this particular build. Okay, what permissions are required, what the type of the file, and what the location. Okay, so the paths, which SQL plus session, how do you, okay, the SQL part. So if you see uninstall steps, this is the regression test basically. Okay, how do you do that? This information. Okay, so this is a very simple MD120. Like first, you need to execute this particular file. So first, take download these files, copy these files to this location. Okay, the source path is so and so, destination path is so and so. In this location, we have kept these files. So these files need to be copied over here, and then log into this particular location, connect it to apps, and execute like this, and verify the log files. That's it. Okay, log files need to be sent it to the, this is basically the functional, I mean, technical people prepared a document, because it is the BBU is nothing but, it's a BBU underscore top is nothing but, it's not the Arkell application. Okay, Arkell product. It's a Bimbo bakeries basically. Okay, so Bimbo their own product. I mean, my customer own product. So for them, okay, the customized product, you can say the custom product will be designed and developed by product, I mean, by technical people and functional people only. So if any new requirement comes up, the customer will be contacting technical people. Technical people, if required, they will contact the functional people and take their inputs, and they will prepare the build, and they will ask us to implement on the production basically. So we'll be verifying, this log will be verifying, and the same log will be passed to the technical people, and we'll get the confirmation from them, and they will be verifying whether the build has been okay. The logically it has applied, and the functionality wise, that it has changed or not. They would be verifying it, and then it will be going to the production basically. Okay, next, uninstall. If anything goes wrong, so what need to be done? So uninstall Volker, they will be preparing the regression script also. So you go to that location, this one, and then manually delete these files. Okay, so usually this is the format. Okay, so I don't know what type of format you guys are using in your environment. Normally this is the format. I mean, in the Oracle application, most of the places I have seen the same format, even in Oracle and the current location. Okay, so the MD120 installation instructions, okay, there will be one document for everything. Okay, but after coming to the German project, they are using in a different way. They are using as a run book. There is they are using the Excel sheet for the action plan. So run book, and the run book task one, next action plan. Okay, which file need to be executed, who need to be executed, where need to be executed, operating system user. Okay, the application user, operating system user, database user, and place the log file in so and so location. The source of the code will be located in so and so location. Something like that. They have designed in a different way, and they were using. So it's all depends on the environment basically, and depends on the customer and how they have it treated in the. This MD120 is a standard procedure. Okay, so everywhere in the world, this is the standard one, and some people they go with their own stuff, like how our guys are going as a run book. Okay, so that is what your system administrator did. I don't think we missed any workflow. So typical workflow, how to set the workflow. Okay, so as I said, when you creating the workflow, like okay, this is the email system. When you click here, it should go somewhere. So that how do you configure that stuff and all? It's 100% not our activity. Okay, it's a technical people activity. So again, the workflow itself is a different course actually. It's a huge basically. Okay, that part you don't need to worry. I mean, don't even look into that. It's another version basically. Maybe in the technical training, they would give some information about that. Okay, so yeah, application OAM we have already seen. Roughly go through one more time. This is what post information, auto configuration, license manager we have seen. So submit a concurrent request. You can submit a concurrent request here also actually. Though I have not tried any time, I have encountered and the contact system administrator. I am the system administrator. So you can submit a concurrent request here. You can see pending request. You can see maybe I need a bounce. You can see pending. I mean chart view. How many concurrent programs have been submitted, and that information you can find here. So you can running completed last 1 hour, that information. Okay. So application manager log not required. Services, workflow, home, metrics, okay, purge, service components. These are the service components. Okay, the separate navigation is there. Background engine, not applied. These are not required actually. So when you go to monitoring, concurrent processing reports, system alerts, invalid updates. This OEM is huge actually. Aram so you can sit and you can browse roughly what and all is related to the patch. We had applied patches. Okay, the same thing. Even if you click on if you click on applied patches and say, or you can go to the AD underscore bugs and you can see the same thing. Not file history. Applied patches. If you see from date. Okay, last month sometime we have applied right. August, mm, July first to today. August 17 today as per that. The number of days so that it not please contact you the number of days uploaded within the last n days failed and date and upload. I don't know. Okay. So anyway, I never tried these things and all. Sorry, Mohit? I didn't understand. That's okay. Okay, so diagnostics information. Site map. Yeah, man, that's all. So if anything is there, you just, I mean, when you got time, you just go through it, browse it roughly. But 90% you won't be using Oracle Application Manager. I use it OAM only for notification mailer. Okay, that too when I was in Oracle. Okay, and the next in the BBU or Vodafone or DWP, nowhere we used the workflow notification mailer. Okay, so I never not even looked into OAM. But in Oracle, couple of customers I know, people are very seriously using workflow notification mail at that time. So whenever you are bringing on the services, whenever you bring up the services, I'll make sure the workflow notification mailer is up and running. Otherwise, their email system doesn't work, and obviously their business will get impacted. So if they are using workflow notification mailer, so every time when you bounce, you make sure that the services are up and running or not. The workflow services are up and running or not. The best way is you go to the backend, and backend in the sense concurrent manager administer and search your. That's also manager, concurrent manager basically. So you can search from that way. Okay. So next we'll sit on some troubleshooting and the real time part we will discuss. What and all. And I really sorry actually. I thought of sending you resumes, isn't it? Okay. I forgot, I think. Okay. Now itself, I'll send you the resumes once I'm done with this, and I'll upload or I'll send a mail to you. Okay, there are some GIF file. I'll upload along with the recording. Okay, so just go through it, and tomorrow we'll find one randomly. We'll find one resume, and we'll discuss about that resume. What are the daily activities they have put? What are the other things they have put? And normally, I mean, any interview, people will be discussing on their on the resume only, right? In the resume, what we have mentioned only, right? Most of the companies. So we would randomly pick one or two resumes, and we will see what and all they have kept, and what and all we have covered, and what and all we have not covered by any chance. If it is required, I'll look into them as well. So I'm sorry, totally I forgot. You didn't remember me. Okay, I'll do it today for sure, along with the recording session. I'll upload. Okay, so we'll catch up tomorrow. We'll do some troubleshooting part and all, and. Once you go through the mandal, if you feel like is there any topic need to be revised or something, let me know. We will discuss on them again. Okay.